I'm ad-libbing.
Oh, let me remove myself.
Hey,
Hey,
hello, everybody. We are back again, spreading the good word, good news, good information. We're here to talk about some money that you can
absolutely.
gain access to. Everybody, if anybody in the room likes money, access to great things, raise your hand. I'm gonna raise them both. Okay, John, you got fumble too. There you go. There you go.
We love
So
money.
we have been here before you in the past. This is nothing new to you. We are here to talk about the amazing opportunity that our coach, the Reverend Dr. Danielle Winningham, has put out there for all of us. We have an opportunity to get a grant. She's giving away $1 million. This is the second time this year. It's the fourth quarter. Do not get left behind. There is still something out there waiting for you, but I cannot guarantee you as to how much longer it's going to be out there. I am Dr. Cynthia R. Armstead, and I want to impress upon you tonight to go out there. We got a link rolling there, www.blackgirlprofits.com, and get your portion of this grant money. Get into the community, get some coaching, get some certifications, get this grant money. What do you ladies think? It's a
That's
fourth quarter.
good. It's the fourth quarter. It's go time. It is go time. A lot of times people, underestimate the fourth quarter and they think that it's game over. But there are so many games that are won in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter. So this is your opportunity. And Coach, in her wisdom, she is giving you guys an opportunity to get a free ebook that contains 20 plus grants. 20 plus grants that you can get right now. Go to www.blackgirlprofits.com and take advantage. Guys, games are won in the fourth quarter. The other team gets tired. We had to fight COVID. We had to do all these things. Let's not give up. We started 2020 saying, oh, 2020 is my year. Everybody was all geeked up and excited. 2020 is my year. Then COVID hits. And when something happens, we will easily give up. We will easily give up because it's easy to give up than to push through. So, guys, I am super excited at the opportunities that not only I have, but we are affording those same opportunities to you guys. Guys, my name is Jennifer King, and my clients hire me to help them build a profitable online business so that they can exit their jobs. See, we're up here tonight talking to you guys about opportunities, and some of you guys aren't even going to stick around long enough to see what it is we have to talk about. Many of you aren't even going to hit that website and grab that free ebook to find out how you can get grants. And that is so sad. It makes me sad. Does it make y'all sad? It makes me sad because I know the potential, because I got coached right out of a job of 33 years. Some of you guys out there aren't even 33 years old, but I'm here to tell you, if you don't do something different, you will be working a job for 33 years. So we welcome all of you guys that are out there. Be sure you share out the broadcast. And these are the grants that every Black woman should apply for. It doesn't take much. A lot of times we get fearful of paperwork. We don't want to apply. We think it's too much trouble. Well, I'm here to tell you, in the midst of COVID, we applied for grants and got thousands. Yes, I said it, thousands of dollars. All the American people were able to get the money, or many American people were able to get it. Some people didn't even bother to apply. I don't know what to tell you. What do y'all think?
I was
To
like that.
me, I feel like if you did nothing but just go to that website and just got the information. Look, my light then went off. Let me cut it back on. Hold on. If we did nothing but just go to the website and get the information for these grants, that's grants that you can apply for every single year. Every single year. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you want to? Who else is giving you information like that? No one. The government hasn't even given us information this year
That's
that
good.
will give you resources year after year. Everything they've given us is just to help us at that moment. This blackgirlprofits.com, this is to help you on an ongoing basis. Who does that? No one does that. So this is a free ebook, 20 plus grants. And this is just the start. If you want more, you need to jump over here into the membership, into the junior mentorship, the mentorship. This is just the beginning of what is available and what is available to you. But you got to do the work. You got to put in the work. Just like you got to go to this website. You got to go there, look at the information. None of this, they don't make this stuff easy, because if it was easy, even though it is easy, it's just taking brain power, willpower to just get over your laziness. And it's not like you have to do geometry or statistics. We do that for degrees, for stuff that we don't even really use the information for. But
That's
with this
true.
information, with these grants, that's going to give you money year after year. And the way how our coach teaches us, she teaches us so that it makes it easier as you go on, because it is tedious in the beginning. But after you just take those first couple of steps and get that wheel rolling, it is so easy to get this money over and over and over again.
And we're saying grants. I mean, that's a grant, and it's different, from a loan. And people are fearful of the word grant. I mean, that's by my experience. What you think, Shanedra? I mean, a grant. My understanding is that grants don't get paid back. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're right.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and I think the days of bootstrapping our business need to be dead. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at our accounts and robbing our own family, robbing our own banks to keep our business afloat. The days of that need to be
Mhm.
over. How far can you go by looking in your bank account? Why not utilize their money to maybe market or stock your business,
Yes.
inventory, whatever your need for the money is? Why not use theirs and leverage? And then it's kind of like building the muscle, right? So once you get into the habit of getting over the paperwork hurdle, really, which that's what keeps us back, because it seems so daunting. But the good thing about this community is that we make it palatable, right? Our coach is a mastermind. Like, we just looked at a deck and we were like, oh, you broke this down in bite-sized pieces, and now it doesn't seem like it's such an extreme thing, or it doesn't seem like it's something that's so far away. This community is very hands-on with teaching you that, and I think that's very notable, because I know that this kind of information is not being spread very widely. Try it out. I mean, like, you really, like, what do you have to lose? I mean, what do you have now? You know what I mean? You don't have anything to lose, but to gain more. The more times you put your name in the hat, the better odds it is of somebody giving you a yes. But if you don't have anything in the hat, then how are you going to get the money?
Absolutely.
How are you going to
Absolutely.
get the money?
Is that
I
They
think
not.
tonight,
They
go
not.
ahead. Yeah. What you say? You always say, Kayshawn, ask not. You have not because you ask not.
that's
Look,
it.
okay,
Yeah. You
you
say that
have
you
not,
haven't even asked.
because you
You
ask
haven't
not.
even moved your feet. Exactly. We talk about that all the time. And then even specifically with sponsorship, sometimes you just need some more visibility. Sometimes it's not always the money. Sponsorships give you the opportunity to build relationships with brands that are bigger than yours. You always hear the commercial.
Hmm.
This is partly sponsored by AT&T or partly sponsored by McDonald's. This larger company has invested in a smaller company to give them more brand visibility. Look, these people trying to clear their books. They want to write off some of this stuff on their taxes. They want to give the money away. It's kind of like a two-ended street with these grants and sponsorships. These larger companies need to clear their books. And I'll take their money
Yeah.
that they want to give
Come
away.
on. And why do they know that? The reason that they know that, the reason they're able to do it, and the reason that they want to do it is because they have been able to seek wise counsel. And so that's what we tell you to do. Come over here and seek wise counsel. If you don't know where to start, you don't know how to start, but you need to start at this point. If COVID hasn't taught us anything else, is that we need to refocus, and some things that we've been putting on the back burner, we need to get it off the back burner, bring it to the front and get it started. if you don't know where or how, but you know that you need to, then you need to come over here, go to this link, www.blackgirlsprofits.com, and get involved in the community, get the free ebook. It's 20 plus grants in that ebook that you can infuse into your own business to build your business. You're seeking the wise counsel over here. And then we also have the opportunity for you to get become a part of a certification program that our coach is sponsoring, where she is giving away grant money so that you can be in. But it is the fourth quarter. We have been coming before you on this platform for our coach, Danielle Winningham. We come on here in the mornings. We come on here in the evenings. We come on here late nights on Friday nights. And then we come on here on the weekends too. So 7 days out of the week, you see us here. And this is the second time this year that she's made this offer. And Tayshawn, I know I'm biased because I don't see anybody else who sits in a position like hers that's coaching the way she coaches us into our own businesses and what we need to do for our business. I don't see anybody else saying, I'm going to pour back into you and open the doors for more people to come into the community. That's why we call her over here our modern day Harriet Tubman.
Right.
Maybe I'm biased, Kayshawn.
No, you are not biased. I mean, this woman is giving her own money. Yes, she's charging for a service, but she's teaching you how to pay for her service at the same time. That's like a triple threat in a whole different way. Normally a singer, actor, dancer, but no, who does that? You're going to give away money, just as you was talking about. These people are giving away money because it's tax write-offs. She then gave away $2 million. There's a benefit for that. She didn't gave it away, and here she go saying, hey, I'm giving you 90%. Here, you put in 10%, and I'm gonna teach you how to get back 100-fold. Just by our coach, she mentioned something a few times, and it stuck out to me because she mentioned, like, aren't you tired of not paying your bills because you got to invest in your business? And that spoke to me so much because that's where I had been. So, and it's some of us, we don't have any choice, where we have to, I had to pick not paying the bill to get my business to survive because I didn't have a job to go to. So it was, F this bill, I'm about to make this business thrive. But there's a mindset shift that has to happen because you don't have to stay there. When you have opportunities like going to www.blackgirlprofits.com to get resources, I don't have to continue to work like that. I don't have to continue to not pay my bill to invest in my business when there's information at blackgirlprofits.com that will give me the income so that I can take my money and pay my bill and take this other people's money or this low interest money and put that into my business, because that is what all these other smart people have been doing. It's like, yeah, you got to have that work ethic, that grind, stay up for 20 hours a day, to show that you're going to put some work ethic into making your dream become a reality. But then you don't have to stay in that, I got to do everything by myself and work yourself like a dog. Like, I remember our coach mentioned about CEOs, their corporations can run without them. My company, where I'm at the level where I'm at, it can't run without me. I have to be here. And that stuck out to me. I want to be in the position where my companies will run without me. And I'm going to get there a lot faster by going to Black Girl Profits and signing up to get this ebook and learning about these grants. These same grants going to be available next year. And we in the fourth quarter of this year. So you actually are going to get a heads up on the grants for 2021. What you going to say about that, Shanadra?
Yeah, I want to say that this community is so dedicated. Not only this ebook that relates to grants and getting the free grants, we have an entire team that's dedicated just for grants. Like, how cool is that? We actually have and that team is pretty robust. I mean, it's so many grants out there that you need a lot of manpower just to even, get them together. I mean, they actually have a tracker. They try to break down and simplify, what's going to be needed. And then not only that, we work together to try to create sheets so that we don't have to always get ready, that we stay ready. And I thought, hey, well, that's pretty powerful. I mean, they have a whole team that's just dedicated to trying to find the money for us. You're just not going to find that. Not only find it, but like, what do you need to be able to have a good shot at actually getting it? Because anybody can go scribble in some paperwork. Anybody can put anything in there. But if you don't have the meaning behind it, you don't have, your videos or whatever it entails, you might as well not fill it out anyway. So don't feel like in your seat, like, okay, they're telling you to do it and you go out there and you don't have all the proper documentation, you're not set up properly, you're really wasting your time. You have to be, if you've never applied for a grant, let me just tell you, don't just go out there and just start filling out paperwork. I encourage you not to. As me even transferring into a new business owner, I would not recommend it. I have been on a superb, like my trajectory has been so great. Sitting in my seat, I've only been involved in this community for roughly 3 months since June. I have just learned so much. If I would have just taken the step and went out and applied for grants, I would have never got one because I didn't have everything that I needed set up properly to even acquire one. So be comfortable that you don't know. If you don't know, don't be mad at that. You don't know what you don't know. This is where you come and learn. And when I started seeing oh my gosh, people are giving out that much money. We just seen a coach do a deck for $100,000 grant. $100,000 grant, and that is mind blowing. The fact to know that somebody will actually roll that kind of money out to help a small business or minority owned business, I thought was just phenomenal. And I know for a fact, just looking from peers and people who are running business, I know that they don't know that. And I encourage them all, like, hey, you need to come and get in this community so you can learn how to stop having that business looking like that, baby, because it's not looking. It ain't looking all that. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like when you start learning, you're not calling them out or condemning them, but you just know better. So when you're on the outside looking over there, you're like, you need to come over here and get some help, put that pride aside. Say, I don't know how to get the money, but it's okay. We do it. And as times are going on, like these people's appetite, especially to help minority-owned businesses, is really growing. I spoke about this morning. I'm still currently working in corporate America, and my current company has pledged over the next 3 years to give $1.8 million to, yes, ma'am, over the next 3 years to Black-owned businesses. They did actually just do something with the African American Museum in South Carolina and wrote them a $100K check, along with doing, yes, ma'am, along with raising $75K in a virtual auction. So for me being on the other side of it and being in the house where people are giving out this kind of money, look, it's mind blowing. And I look at it a totally different way. And I said, you know what? If these people are out here doing this, I can do the same thing. I can sit down, get the knowledge, get myself together and prepared and positioned for this money. Because it had to start here, knowing that I needed the help, knowing that I wanted to be in a community. Now that I'm there, I encourage you guys to do that. We have our link today, www.blackgirlprofits.com. Please go and start with the ebook. Don't just download it, read it. We want you to read it. Don't, I told you, I'm over to check the box activities. Don't feel good if you just check the box that you got the book. Now we need you to take some action, and read it. So that way, for one, what's out there. And again, if I say you're new to this, that ebook is good, but it's not going to be enough. You got to come on and join us, get in this community, and work your muscle. What do you think, Miss Cynthia?
That's good. Over here in this community, this community is not the blind leading the blind. You may come through the door blind because you don't know which way to go, but over here, the coach is going to set you on the right path. You have a group of people, you have a community over here. She always says that many hands make light work. So many of us have our hands on it to work our way through it. And you have people in the community that have started at different times and different phases. Some of us have been following Coach for and been around her for some years, and some have been for some months, and some have been for just a few days. So you mature and you grow, as you show up and you grow up. So your business don't have to blow up. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Have your business looking all shabby, like Shanette was saying. You got your business looking all shabby. You want to throw the paperwork together. You all ever been someplace and somebody turned in paperwork and it page is all wrinkled and it's got coffee stains on it. Then a piece of it missing. They talking about the dog bit off the end of the baby toy or something. That's all shabby and crazy looking. We don't want you to go out like that. That's not what we want you to do. We want you to come over here
in the race.
Right, Keisha. So there's a methodology to what we do over here. There's a strategy, but it is led by our coach, Danielle Winningham, as the head strategist, because she's been there before. So you can avoid a lot of mistakes if you come into the room. And I know that we all know some of what we know, and we're all experts in certain things, but come in the room and be able to be transparent enough to say, I'm in this room because I don't need to be the smartest person in this room. I need to learn from the smartest person in this room. And anytime that she can give not $1, but $2 million of her own money in grants in less than 12 months, she must know something. She knows the secret ingredient to the secret sauce. And that's what you need. So you have to come over here and get that wise counsel. And also be willing to work. We work in this community, don't we, Kayshawn? We don't just come and just show up. You can't just show up and stand on the side of the wall and be a wallflower.
You can't. No, just like Shanae just said, don't just download the book. Read the book. Like you just not gonna just come over here and look and listen. No, there's work that you have to do, just as much as energy as when you're in school, whether you're going to school for nursing, a doctor, a lawyer, if you're in trade school or shoot at a new job, you have to learn that new job. You have to learn that new skill. Over here, you have to learn how to get this money from these grants and from these loans. It's not some overnight information, because if it was, we would all be millionaires right now and wouldn't be talking to you. No, it takes time. Our coach asked us one time, would we fill out 1 million applications for $1 million grant? And we was like, yeah. And, and I know some of you are probably like, nah, I wouldn't. But why not? Because who's to say only one of those 1 million applications are going to go through? But it's just about taking advantage of the opportunity that lies in front of you. Our coach mentioned before, you've been praying, you've been asking God for answers. Here is your answer. By going to www.blackgirlprofits.com, go there and get this information. Come over into this community. Come over and learn something. You've been listening to these same old people, your aunties, your cousins, your uncles, your spouses, and y'all been, like Dr. Cynthia said, the blind leading the blind. You've been following them while they following your tail. And y'all acting like dogs, following each other's tail, not going nowhere. It's a hamster wheel. Stop listening to them. It's been a year. It's been 5 years. It's been 10 years. It's been 15 and 20 years and so on. And you're still in the same position. You still talking about the same excuses. It's enough. If 2020 taught us anything, it's time to do something different. It's time to hear something different, see something different, speak something different, and you can do all of those over here in this community.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and statistics around new businesses. I mean, like over half of them go out of business within, the first 12 to 24 months. And that number is even amplified for women of color. And it's really around this. It's not that they're not hard workers. It's not that they're not experts in their fields. It really comes to the money component. They don't have the money to fuel their businesses. And
Right.
to me, that was heartbreaking. I mean, to really just think about that somebody took the initial step to take a chance on themselves, but just was not equipped to succeed. And I think that's heartbreaking. And this right here breaks that down. This gives you another level of equipment to be successful, because I'm sorry, y'all, money talks, and you need money to be successful. You need money to be able to compete. You can have the best product, you can have all of that, but if you don't have the money to get it into the right number of people in front of the right audience, you just cannot compete out here.
Okay.
This grant money is a competition money. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need. We lack it so much in our community. And the fact that we're even here today to be able to talk about it, I mean, like, I'm passionate about it because I want people to know about it. We need to break down the walls of, competition. Share the information. It's more than enough out there for us all to get. And I do still see that where people feel like, oh, if I should, I may not want her to have, stop that.
Stop.
That's something, that community is something in our culture that was prohibited. In our culture, community was prohibited. They did not want our minds to connect. They didn't want that. They didn't want us to share knowledge. People had to go in back rooms and back huts to try to just learn. And the fact that you have the opportunity in your community to share and you don't, shame on you. I'm sorry, I'm calling you out. That's shame. Shame on you.
Our grant program is popping like the way it is because of the community. You don't have one woman looking for grants. You don't have 10 women looking for grants. You have multiple women looking for these grants for all of us. Many hands make light work. Who wouldn't want to be in it? I mean, we've all Googled in our life before how to get grants. We all have. And that mess is hard as hell. It's so confusing. So just now to know that you don't have to do that by yourself, that you actually get to sit down and know and learn the difference. It's so much fake and fraud and scamness out there, that they and they even putting money into being scams and fake artists and everything. So you got to know what you're looking at. You got to know what's real and what's not. And being in this community and having that many women around you looking for the real deal, what they break it down by the industry for you. The deadline. When it came out, when you need to. We even help each other where if the grant doesn't apply to us, but we know it applies to someone else, we still share that information. Who does that? Most people are going to be like, oh, well, if I can't get nothing, I'm not sharing this information. They do that. And that goes along to what Shanadra was just saying. We wasn't taught to work together, but we're breaking that cycle over here in this community. And y'all want to get a little taste of that? Go to www.blackgirlsprofits.com and get these free 20 grants. Like I said, these grants is the rollover time is coming up. We in the fourth quarter. That means first quarter gonna start all over again. And you can get the training that you need so that you can position yourself for these grants. Because it's all about positioning.
Absolutely. And the message that I want to send out is, don't be too busy. Don't be too busy to take the time to think about going out there and applying for it. You don't have very long to think. Like I said, we've been before you all year long with this conversation, even before COVID happened. And since COVID's been happening, we've been talking about the resources that are here. This platform is consistent, day after day, month after month, year after year. This platform has been here with our coach that's been with the same message since day one. And she's been doing this live for about 9 years, starting with herself and then moving forward and building this community. And don't be too busy. And then also sometimes, those that know you and love you and everything, they see you as an entrepreneur maybe being kind of busy, and they don't understand that you have to put the time in your business. Sometimes I can't even tell you what time I got up this morning. I bet you I've been up since probably 5, 6 a.m. and I've been going strong. You have to put the time in it. You have to make sure that you have tunnel vision sometimes. For
Right.
those of you who are not an entrepreneur, but you're around entrepreneurial family members and friends and loved ones, be patient with them and understand that they're tunnel vision because they're on a journey. And so if it's not your journey, just be supportive of them and that journey. For those of you that are on that track, and for those of you who don't know how to get started, like we said, come over here. Go to that link, www.blackgirlprofits.com, schedule a phone call, find out what this is all about, and just come on, get in where you fit in, because there's definitely a place for you over here if you want to come in and do the work. But it is hard work and it is sacrifice. But if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Like Keyshawn said, you can download, Google how to get grants, and then you download it, then you're looking at it like a chicken with the head cut off because you don't know what to do with it. You don't. Right. So that's why you have to come over here and you get in this community, because there are, like Shanedra was saying, there are specific guidelines that you have to follow. You can't just throw your stuff out there all willy-nilly and think that you're going to get what you're looking for. That's not going to make it. There are just guidelines that we have to follow. There are standards that we have to follow. There is structure, and that's what you get over here. So, and also read the free ebook. 20 plus grants. It may not even all make sense to you. You may not understand all the language, the what they call it, the lingo and all of that. Get yourself a book. We sit here at these computers. I never sit down without a book. But our coach teaches us to have a book. It's got all kind of notes in it, all kind of pages, and a pen. Sit down, read it, write your notes. That way, when you come to the meetings, when you come to class, you can ask those notes of a multi-million-dollar coach and get it answered. Because you don't just get recordings over here like, okay, now that you signed up, go take these recordings and still go off and try to figure it out.
Okay. You get the
live over here. It's live and in living color, like just like right now, we're live. So I don't walk, run. I'm closing out. I'm telling you, go now, because we cannot guarantee you how much longer this is going to be around. Go now. Don't hesitate. What are your final thoughts?
My final thought, I'm going to read what Pancho Frank Rodriguez said. There's power in unity. One can break a single toothpick, but get 4, 5, 6, 7 toothpicks together, it's harder to break. There is power in unity. That is what we're building over here. That's what I'm going to end with.
That's good.
That is good. I love that. It's power and unity, excuse me. And y'all know I'm an action girl. I just want you to take the action. That's all. I just want you to move forward and move forward, take some action, get the book again, read it, and come back to us, because I'm telling you, the book, it's a good thing. It is. Our coach, she does her thing when she does her publication. She's great at it. But she also too knows that you need a community. She wouldn't fight so hard for it if she wasn't passionate about it. So I encourage you to read it and please get back with us if you need help. Go to www.blackgirlprofits.com. Not only is that book there are also other options there to help you get further along your journey. We love you.
Absolutely. Good night, everyone.
Good night. See you in the morning.
See you in the morning. We're leaving the studio.